gut feeling is that she had something to do with it. That the second day she came, she went to the car either to grab something or something, but I grabbed her phone because I want to see if she had anything to hide. I know that you probably got something to hide because the way you're acting,
yep,
and the way you call me, of course I'm gonna look through your phone.
Sure.
So she goes through her car, goes on the other side. I act like I'm grabbing my phone because they're just about the same.
Right, so you play it like...
So I put mine where hers was.
Got it.
And so I grabbed her phone. And so when I looked in there, I seen 13 messages between her and her I'm gonna say drug dealer because he is, Andy. I went through her Google Photos, the gallery part.
Okay.
And so all I seen was the first message before she started walking up to the mailbox to get up here is that it was done, and I was gonna read the next message of what she said. And she just started running up here, and I literally just slid my phone in my pocket and just put hers there. It's like, she asked me if I went through her phone. I said no. Why?
Out of all of the dealers and stuff Candace and them had, Andy was low tier, at least to my knowledge, at that time. Now looking back, there's a whole bunch of stuff that I'm like, you know, and I could have, you know, been oblivious. But the thing is that I know for facts, Andrew would have known the bigger ones that Candace and them actually messed with. You get what I'm saying? And so I wondered if CM, because there was enough publicly out by that point, Candace and Dawn were giving everybody's business away behind the scenes, Monsters, you know, there's enough pulled from the community by that point. Yeah. So it's like, did CM tell him to say that name? Did Allie tell him to say that name? 2 visits to H by that point, and then he sort of shakingly goes, yeah, you know, when he was doing the bravado thing, he was like, yeah, I'll tell her. If she intimidated him and made him say that, because it seemed like H was aiming for Dobbs and Monster. A story about some touchy-feely guy camping out, which I know C&D lied to even others around them and their teams about and misled for months. It was a lie. Dobbs never camped there.
Hi, my name is Dee, and you're watching D True Crime Commentary. No, Dobbs never camped there because he never had a chance to camp there. They run him off.
And definitely not on their properties. But if that is true from the day before and that call, that's weird. That would mean they're all targeting the same thing. It's very strange. True.
Yeah. Now, understandable, Andy is your ex, correct?
Yeah. 30 years of Satan.
Now,
anyway,
my question is, would you have had access to his contact list to clarify on whether or not that part of what Hunter said is true or false?
Yeah, which part?
The getting a hold of Candace and him seeing the messages between, I guess.
Oh, now I know the I'm done text existed because I flipped out about it when it was sent, and it was sent by accident, and it really was halfway like he had put it's whatever, right? And it started to write the thing out, you know, the cursor's still going or whatever. And then when he did something, it like put it like word field, and I guess, and then sent it. But it was days after Summer vanished, right? And I was like, holy shit. I was like, really? And if the dummy hadn't supposedly, allegedly destroyed that phone, which I don't think so, because he's like, it ain't no big deal. And I was like, it is, dude. The FBI is right down there, and here's a text to Candace.
JodiSue wants us to believe she was all tight with L.E. during that time, and that is a lie. It did not happen like that. They stayed as far away from the police as they could, all 4 of them. All 5 of them, including Grandma.
Been terrorizing Andy for days after Summer vanished. Like, for great. And I was like, what the, you know? And then, and it was like they were terrorizing him. He started to reply, but I don't know. But it was just like a leftover message there. And then it auto-filled and sent. But I took screenshots of it, screenshots of the timestamp, all that stuff. Off his own goddamn drug dealers and shit. Trying to sling it at people in Beech Creek and imaginary bad neighbor and then imaginary bad neighbors. Anybody else that would stick on. day after day after day. I told him that night when everybody left the goddamn command post, I said, Dawn, please don't hurt her. She didn't, she didn't mean for us to have, like, I told him. He said, it's fine, I'm not going to do anything. I know she didn't do anything, and I was like, please just don't hurt her. My heart really cannot take this. I'm about to stroke the fuck out. That piece of fucking shit. We're all about to have a chat about what transpired. What everybody on here has been wanting for so many fucking days. What half of this shit show and the manipulation of me was about. But you know what? We're getting ready to give it my fucking opinion attached. And fucking dipshit on the other fucking hill that Dawn needs to go jerk off and beat on. Maybe we can fucking beat on each other. Like, seriously. Fucking beating on women. I don't give a fuck if she's drunk. I don't give a fuck if he's drunk. Oh, and then my favorite part today, finding a baby's shoe in the fucking car under the floorboard, so it tells me it wasn't wrong about new kids being around fucking Baltimore either, and possibly fucking his. So there's another kid walking to be fucking abused or killed by another motherfucking abuser. But nobody's gonna give a shit until... That's my favorite goddamn word this year. Nobody gives a shit about these kids until. Not the women until. They have no idea how these goddamn abusers work and the shit they're capable of. And then to think that this motherfucker might be working with Keys and them, and maybe that was the end goal. And then here comes Cher out tonight with saying that there's been money pushed to Donnie, through all this fucking fundraising shit that I know what I believe, because it's like, fuck, otherwise Candace would okay the image if that was right. Like, so it has to be a setup. Man, was this also maybe Donnie could get fucking money? I hate fucking YouTube. And I really fucking hate humanity tonight. But I know what I really don't like, and that's a motherfucker laying hands on somebody, whether they are fucking drunk, guilty, not guilty. I've told you from the beginning, I don't care who the fuck's guilty, as long as there's proof and they get prosecuted. I don't care who it is. I'm not trying to protect anybody, but you don't lay your goddamn hands on a woman or children. And none of these goddamn cops or anybody else, they don't care. They don't care. And everybody thinks me convoluting the domestic violence with. No, that's how these fucking children get gone. Y'all talk about the fucking lifestyle. You talk about how shitty your parents is there. Well, statistics say that children are most likely taken, kidnapped, molested from homes just like that. You stop that by cutting down on domestic violence. You prosecute the men who are most likely to commit crimes against children and women.
It's always got to come full circle with her. It's always got to come back to her and her nonsense. DV victims don't go running looking for their abusers. And she has done exactly that. She came here to murder the Summerwells case. She came here to kill the Summerwells case.
Seriously, that's how you fucking stop it. You don't make them fucking jokes. Seriously, that's how you fucking stop it. You don't make them fucking jokes.
Oh, I can't even feel my fucking right arm or half of my face right now.
Talk that the last video that my wife made of her, and she's got a couple more, and I'd really like to share them with the public. Okay, go up to your house now? No, but you know, I could get her maybe to meet you at the church, but she don't want to do no interviews because everybody's turning this into, you know, I don't know if you guys have been reading Facebook, stuff like that, but there's some pretty negative stuff on that. And they've been all through there with a fine-tooth comb. Yeah. Several times over. She's not in the area. Yeah. I just can't imagine who would be bold enough to go up a holler, a blind holler that, you know, unless they had done some research or something and knew what they were looking for. And then they have to time it right. It just seems, it's hard to believe that something like that can happen. Well, to be someone pretty desperate for money or whatever, or I don't know what their angle is, but yeah, they'd be pretty desperate.
It's not looking at just one person, it's looking at everybody as a whole.
Who's these people behind you?
And her child.
Is that the mama and the child?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're fine, hon.
And she ain't got nowhere to sleep?
Do you see and recognize how callous and cold Candace Bly is? Do you think she was callous and cold enough to murder her own sister? This bitch's back ought to be broke. Her balls are so big. What do y'all think? Leave a comment.
And one of the babies that you see. There's 3 of them.
You did have kids in your room. Yeah. The thoughts of her not being able to be there with us and with the people that she loves so much is heartbreaking, right? You know?
Well, I knew right away that she was abducted. You know, I knew that right away, and that's what I told them from the beginning. But they have to go through their, you know, I'm sorry that they had to spend so many man hours in these woods.
Candace sat in for part of our interview, but got up after a few questions.
She was going to try, but her emotions are just too much.